With so much dark, there's gotta be some light. I mean, with all that's going wrong, there's gotta be some right? Well, I ain't trying to see my youngest fall. I wanna see them all a bar, but who gon' show the life? Soon as I turn in the station, I'm seeing Nathan. Nothing but negativity towards my generation. No motivation, just condemnation. When I know that we succeeding in all levels of education. So I'm riding around on both sides of town, looking up and I'm looking down, trying to find one source of good, but it seems that it can't be found. So I get down on my knees and I pray for them, cause I'm seeing the tragedies that be facing them. All that negativity keep replacing them. Listen, youngin', if you got dreams, keep on chasing them. Don't sing the blues, pick up your tools and break the rules. We breaking the mold, stay in tune to Generation News.
Hi, my name is Joshua Richmond, and welcome to the Rochester Career Mentoring Charter School edition of Generation News. In today's show, we will show how teamwork and initiative help students discover new talents and abilities they didn't know they had. In our first segment, we will be visiting Mr. Kevin Pose, a youth advocate for Hillside Work Scholarship. He will be discussing how he came to work with the kids of RCMCS.
My name is Kevin Pose, and I am a youth advocate for Hillside Work Scholarship, and my school location is RCMCS. My living environment, I grew up in the 19th I grew up on Post Avenue. So it was an urban environment. You know, I faced a lot of challenges as far as peer pressure and some of the same things that young people face today. What I got into is I got into a lot of sports. I was the type of kid that was always busy. I always had something to do as far as sports or any activity. So I sort of didn't give myself time to get in trouble. And luckily I was, dedicated to playing sports at the best level or the highest or the best that I could possibly play them at. So that was my environment and what I was into. I didn't always value education. It actually, not until, the college process, going to school and seeing the opportunities that education gives me in particular made me want to get involved in education, to share that with young people and sort of present them and let them see what education can do for them. Education opens a lot of doors, and I feel like it is, part of my own personal ambitions to let young people know what's out there for them. The best thing about working with young people is to watch them mature and grow from the beginning of the school year to the end. Also to watch them achieve their goals and see them get excited about the opportunities of education and things that they're excited about, their interests. And also, young people are funny. I've grown as an educator in being more patient and being more persistent with the young people. A lot of times in the past I felt that if I were to say something, they would just get it, but you also need to make sure you follow up and support them even after the fact.
Hello, I'm Desiree Lights. The 2014 school year was the very first year that RCMCS had a varsity basketball team. In its first season, the team made it all the way to the Section 5 championship game for Class D. Although they lost to Holt in 75-55, it was still quite an accomplishment.
They learned how to play as a team. We all came together. The concept of team defense, the concept of working hard in practice, we really grew, and then the guys definitely grew. From if you would have seen what we had to deal with in the beginning, it was a little rough, but I had faith in them. It was all good.
It was fun getting chemistry with my team, just traveling and playing games. It was a good experience being that it was our first year as a varsity team, and it was fun.
Me personally, I took away, first of all, to see that I could be a basketball coach. Second of all, the guys showed me that this is something I can do long term. I really had fun. I really enjoyed teaching. I really enjoyed showing them the fundamentals of how to actually play the game. And winning at the same time. So I gave him a sense of seeing that it was possible.
That you have to be cooperative, you gotta have communication, team players. Next year, I wanna go to states and I wanna make the AGR team next season.
Well, basically, because I'm more closer to age with the guys on my team, I had a better sense of what was going on outside of the basketball court. So I always was open to having the guys talk to me about anything, come to me with problems, do different types of, before practice, after practice, just get anything off their chest. They became more like little brothers rather than my basketball team. So at the same time, with us winning, I also got a chance to have a big brother type relationship with the guys. Oh yeah, we did excellent. Overachieved. Well, nobody expected us to go to the sectionals, let alone get to the finals. So I'm really proud of all the guys and the hard work they put in. I was excited getting there as a player. I really wanted the guys to have that experience, and I told them at the beginning of the season that we would be able to do it if we all stayed together, and we made it.
Hi, my name is Devonna Grimm. A public service announcement, or PSA, is a way for radio and television stations to provide educational information to their audiences. They will play these 30 to 60-second segments for free as a service to the community. When we come back, a majestic performance at this year's Lilac Festival.
Does your boyfriend look at you or act in ways that scare you? Is he jealous or possessive? Does your boyfriend put you down or criticize you?
Does your girlfriend blame you for the hurtful things she says and does? Does she threaten to hurt you or herself if you leave her? Try to stop you from seeing or talking to friends and family?
Does your boyfriend try to control what you do, where you go, and what you wear? Does he excessively text or IM you? Does she try to force you to have sex before you're ready? If you answer yes to any of these questions, then you may be in an abusive relationship.
Call the National Teen Dating Abuse Helpline. We are here 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Hi, my name is Ariana Winston. This year's Lilac Festival was full of vendors and performances from many different types of artists. One of the highlights were our very own Majestic's dance team of the Rochester Career Mentoring Charter School. Let's take a look.
Majestics is a group of Rochester Career Mentoring Charter School students that have come together simply for the love of dance. We named the team Majestics because of really what the word means. It's about strength, it's about power, it's about loyalty, it's about being all things that are regal, and that's our girls and our one guy.
Dance to me is like my life, it's my baby, my passion. I dance because it's something that I can communicate to others without actually having to speak.
There are days when it feels absolutely frustrating. There are days when it feels absolutely exhilarating. And there are days when I am humbled and honored to be in the presence of such talent.
My performing experience it's been great. Getting on the stage is kind of like everything to me. It's like another home. How I feel about performing at the Lilac Festival, one, it was really hot. I'm pretty sure y'all saw my hair blow up, but I enjoyed myself dancing with my girls.
My teaching methods truly are, it's really all inclusive. I encourage the girls to bring out their own talents. I encourage them to choreograph moves for themselves. I want to see what they have to bring. It's not about what I bring, but it's about what they bring, because if it's something that they make up, it's something that they do, then they take ownership of it, and there's pride in how they perform. And I think that these are amazingly talented individuals, and each one of them has something that they bring to the table simply by who they are as a person. It comes out in their expression, it comes out in their dance, it comes out in their body movement, and I just love the way they perform.
It's been pretty crazy. It's good days and it's bad days, but at the end of the day, we're still a big family. Dysfunctional, but we're a family. It's really important to me to participate in that because it keeps me doing what I love to do instead of just being home and not doing anything.
You know, it starts actually in September with an audition, and girls start to audition to become part of the team. However, they kind of weed themselves out when they realize that it's very structured, there's a lot of discipline involved, there's a lot of follow-through that's involved. And that's okay, because if they're not ready this year, they may be ready the next year. Preparation starts with deciding what we want to do as a show, what type of acts what type of dances that we want to do. I want them to experience all different types of dance forms. And what I like about these girls is that they're willing to embrace it. I think it has become one of our foundations here at the school because it allows the students who normally do not express themselves verbally to express themselves physically. They feel more comfortable coming in and actually letting themselves go through movement.
When I get older, I intend on becoming the first African-American woman president of the United States of America.
My goals for the future are to be, success. I mean, I think that's everyone's goal.
Succeed in life, basically. I wanna just do the things that I wanted to do as I was a little kid, which is be a game designer.
My goals are to succeed in life, of course, achieve my goals, which is being a veterinarian.
I want to become a veterinarian, a marine veterinarian, which is working with bigger animals.
A mechanical engineer or a weapons engineer. Either way, I'd like to, make technology that would just benefit people in some way.
I want to have an impact in my community and around the world, and I figure what best way to change the world rather than be in a position where you have that ability to do that change. Just stay productive while throughout your high school career because it's very important to stay focused and on the right path because it's easy to get distracted.
Put in the time, dedication, and to working towards that.
To be a success, I think that you always got to work hard, and that's something that, I'm always working on.
Maybe get into some programs in colleges for technology.
My name is Ariana Winston, and I am changing the way you view this generation.
My name is Glenn Walker, and I'm changing the way you view this generation.
I'm Kane McNeil, and I'm changing the way you view this generation.
My name is Johnny Campbell, and I'm changing the way you view this generation.
I'm Shelter Harrison, I'm changing the way you view this generation.
Hi, my name is Tajay Miller. Putting together a 30-minute news program from scratch with students who are just learning video production is not an easy task. Here is a fun little glimpse of what it took the students of RCMCS to produce this news program.
So this is the Rochester Career Mentoring Charter School version or edition of Generation News, which is a program designed to teach video production and news making to kids, and we want to really highlight positive stories, kids doing positive things. So we get a class together and we teach all the kids from start to finish how to produce a news show. So we figure out what stories we want to do, and then we go through and write storyboards and plan out every story and go through, and then each one of the students gets to try a different job on the production crew. So you get to run camera, you get to run audio, you get to direct, you also get to be on camera, you can be an anchor, you can be a reporter. So it's a really great experience for all the students to get a sort of first run at learning production and what it means to be on a news crew and how to produce this whole show, which a lot of people think is quite easy, but when they start doing it, they realize it's pretty involved and intricate, and it's actually a pretty good experience because they learn the skills that maybe they didn't know they had or perhaps they want to pursue more as they go on further. Maybe they're better at camera, or they actually enjoy doing audio, or being on camera, being an interviewer or a reporter or something like that. So it's a really great learning experience for everybody.
A lot of times they do a lot of their work on their own, but to collaborate, and it starts from like a brainstorm phase, and to watch it go into actually filming and everybody learning what each person does is big for the youth to participate in activities like that.
Well, obviously we did a lot of storyboards, we did a lot of communication, a lot of team building, we did a lot of recording, and we learned a lot about the equipment that is used in a production.
Everybody here was productive. They did their part, and they had a lot of great ideas that we used.
Once we got rolling, it was really cool. We started to see different students excel at different things, so it was great because I watched them expand their minds and think outside the box in a lot of the different situations that we had, so it was a very rewarding experience.
Hi, my name is Ariana Winston, and I would like to thank you for tuning in for the Rochester Career Mentoring Charter School edition of Generation News.
Stay in tune to Generation News.